You ever wonder what'll happen to all your stuff when you're gone? Not in a morbid way, just honest. The drawers full of tangled keys. The closets bursting with old just-in-case coats. We gather, we store, we forget. But there's an old Swedish tradition, a quiet one, that teaches you how to clean up your life before it's too late. It's not sad. It's not about dying. It's about living clearer. Today, here at Rustic Pantry, I'll share that method with you. From the heart of a minimalist Swede with the quiet wisdom of the Amish way. Let's begin. The day I opened the linen closet. I stood in front of the linen closet one morning. It was early, sun barely up. The kettle was still heating. I've been putting this off, you know. That closet, packed with old towels, sheets, pillowcases. Some hadn't seen daylight in 15 years. I opened the door and just stared for a bit. All that fabric, just sitting, waiting, like it meant something. But it didn't. Not anymore. I pulled one down, a pink one, frayed edges. I remember my mother folding it. She always folded like she was praying. Slow, careful. I sat on the floor and held that towel and cried a little. Not sad, just full of memory. Of age, of time, and then I let it go, put in the giveaway bag. I kept one, just one. That was enough. When the kitchen drawers started talking. Drawers talk, you know? Sounds odd, but they do. You open them and they whisper things. About meals, about old lovers, about birthdays. Mine were loud. I had 5 spatulas. Why? I don't even cook like that anymore. Had this set of fancy knives I never used. Still in the box. A gift from someone I don't talk to now. So I emptied all, laid it on the counter like a puzzle. And I chose. Kept the knife that felt good in my hand. The peeler that still worked. Gave the rest to the neighbor. She was happy. I felt lighter. Funny how letting go of things also lets go of who you used to be. That part's weird, but true. The room with the boxes. Every home has one. That room, or maybe just a corner, full of boxes, taped shut, forgotten, but not really. Mine was under the stairs. 3 dusty boxes from when I moved in 20 years ago. Never opened them, not once. So I did. One had baby clothes, from when my boy was small. Little socks, a rattle. I laughed, then cried again. That keeps happening. Second box was full of cords. Electronics, wires with no partners. Tossed it all. Last one, letters. Old ones, loved ones, some from people long gone. Sat there for hours, just reading. Felt like time travel. I burned some, kept a few. I think it's okay to keep the ones that still tug at your chest. They matter. The rest? Let them go. Talking about it over coffee. I brought up döstädning with my sister. Over coffee. She laughed first, said it sounded depressing. I didn't push, just told her about the boxes, about the towels, about the knife. Her face changed, quieted. Then she said, maybe I'll start with my closet. That's the thing. It spreads, not like a virus, like a song. People hear it, feel it, want it, even if they're scared. And yes, it's hard. Some days you just stare at the mess. But once you begin, it's addictive. You feel different, calmer, like the world's a bit less heavy. That morning with my sister, it was the beginning of her death cleaning too. We did it together, week by week, drawer by drawer, letting go of just in case. This part's tricky, the just in case items. We all have them. You know what I mean? The raincoat you haven't worn since 2004. The extra vase in case a dozen roses ever appear. The workout gear, still with tags. We hold on to these things for a version of ourselves that never really existed. Or maybe existed once, but don't live here anymore. Letting go of just in case means accepting who you are now, not who you thought you'd be. That's hard, but freeing. I let go of 3 boxes of someday, and suddenly had room for what I actually use every day, what I actually love. A table that held generations. There's this table, Been in my family forever. Carved legs, scratches from grandkids, wine stains from long-gone Christmases. I thought about selling it once. Just a thought, but couldn't do it. That table's a storyteller. So I kept it, sanded it down, polished the legs, put a cloth over it. It stays. But beside it, for broken chairs, gone. You see the difference? Not everything old must be tossed, but everything should be questioned. Amish folks do that too. They build things to last. And when they don't, they fix what's worth fixing. They don't hoard brokenness. Neither should we. The joy of empty space. There's a kind of joy in empty space. Not blank, not cold, just open, like breathing room. Most folks don't get that. They think walls need to be filled, that shelves should groan. But I like quiet corners. An Amish kitchen has what it needs. No more. That's what I wanted too. So I cleared a shelf. Just one. Took every knickknack off, dusted it, then left it empty. It looked peaceful, made the room breathe better. You start seeing space as beauty, not absence. It's weird at first, then it grows on you, like silence after a storm. Teaching the young ones. My niece came over last month. She's 12, saw me sorting through a trunk of old things. Asked what I was doing. I told her. I'm death cleaning, I said. She blinked, asked if I was dying. No, I said. I'm living clearer. She helped me that day. Picked up every item and asked, does this stay? It became a game. A lesson, really. Teach them young. Let them see that letting go is not loss. It's choosing. Amish children grow up knowing the value of one good coat, not 10 fancy ones. I want that for her too. Not minimalism for the trend, but for the peace. A final letter to myself. Last week, I wrote a letter to myself for when I'm old, or maybe not around. Tucked it into a drawer with the things I chose to keep. Explain why I kept them, who they belonged to, what they meant. So no one has to guess. No one has to wonder. It's a small thing, but it matters. We think people know our stories. They don't. You got to tell them, even if it's in writing. One page. That's all. It might save your son 1,000 questions one day. Might help him smile instead of stress. Not about death, but about life lived well. In the end, death cleaning ain't about death. It's about life. Lived well. Thoughtfully. Intentionally. With room for what matters. And space for what's to come. It's about respect for the people you love, for the home you keep, and the earth you borrow. And when you're gone, your room will be quiet. Not haunted by piles, but blessed by calm. That's what I want. A clean ending. Not spotless. Just simple. Like the Swedes. Like the Amish. Like people who know that the best things in life, they don't clutter your shelf. They sit quiet in your heart. So, maybe it's time to open that box, to face that drawer, to lighten your home before someone else has to. Swedish Death Cleaning isn't about throwing everything away. It's about keeping only what speaks, what still lives. And here at Rustic Pantry, we believe that a simpler life is a richer one. If this story spoke to you, give it a gentle like. And if your heart's craving more slow-living wisdom from quiet corners of the world, subscribe. We'll be waiting, kettle on, stories in hand. Till next time,